In this video, I wanted to discuss everyday wellness, and in particular, I want to discuss a little bit of the everyday applications of direct perceptual philosophy and direct perceptual processes in regards to improving our individual well-being related to self-acceptance that involves understanding these appetites of the self, and not appetites that you might think of in terms of what might come intuitively to mind regarding things like hunger and a craving for food, but appetites that are related to that craving or desire, say, when we're hungry to eat something, but in accordance with these appetites for being and appetites related to things that we crave or enjoy intrinsically, and which we're motivated to get. And when we get, we feel satisfied, or there's a sense of gratification associated with that, but not just gratification. Our ego is satisfied in relation to the self, and that satisfaction accumulates to this sense of gratification of the self in relation to the ego that is satisfied and provides a sense of satisfaction to the self through these gratifications that can be immediate in the moment, or it can be prolonged. And as we understand the appetites of the self and certain virtues of consumption in particular, which I'll be discussing and elaborating a little bit more in this video, is the virtue of abundance. And the virtue of abundance has to do with perceptions of abundance and perceptions of particularly having enough, and what it means to have enough, but also to be good enough. And in terms of when we're thinking about these appetites in relation to the self, the appetites of consumption and the appetites of the self, these are primarily the appetites of the self that we access through the ego and in relation to the ego. And this is how we can come into ego balance when we have satisfaction and we have satiated the appetites of the self, what we crave and what we find meaning in, that provides a fuel source to our perceptions and our motivations and our well-being ultimately. And us as individuals, it doesn't just fuel our bodies, but it fuels all aspects of the self and all component processes of the self. And perceptions of abundance and valuing abundance, valuing a sense of good enough,